Everyone, so in this video we are going to learn how we can take SSH from our local system to the AWS server. So in this video specifically we are going to do SSH from local terminal to Amazon EC2 instance and local system to Windows server. So we are basically going to see a new thing, that is we are going to run Windows on Mac system, right? So how fascinating that is. So yeah, let us start with that. So let's do the first thing. Let us do the hard thing first, and then proceed with the normal one, right? So first of all, we are going to connect our Mac with the Windows. And how do we do that? We need to first go on launch instance. I'll write the name of the instance as Windows. Select the AMI for Windows. Scroll down, and we are going to create a new key pair, and it would be uh, Windy. Okay, create a key pair, and the key pair is downloaded. This same key pair we are going to use for EC2 from connecting terminal to EC2 instance. Okay, now scroll down. We are going to allow HTTP and HTTPS port. Leave everything default and click on launch instance. So till now everything was same as we used to do for Linux based server. All right. There is one more thing I would like to point out. Since the image size for Windows is large, there might be a possibility that while you are running the instance, it will be a laggy one, right? So that is expected. Meanwhile, it is getting started. I just want you to download one application. So if you are on Mac, you need to go to Apple Store and download Remote Desktop, okay, and click on Open. If you are on Windows, you need to download TeamViewer. So the method for using and accessing the Windows is same in both of them, right? So moving forward, so let's see that the instance is running. We need to click on connect. Here you are getting that SSM agent is not aligned online, right? We need to click on RDP, which stands for remote desktop. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we are going to download this remote desktop file. Okay, this is downloaded, the RDB file is downloaded. Okay, the next thing would be we need to we have the username which is here present. Okay, and then we need to get the password for it. So click on get password. Okay, and click on decrypt password. Okay, so it is saying that we need to at least wait for 4 minutes after launching the instance before trying to retrieve the auto-generated password. Alright, no worries. So we'll wait for some time and we are going to generate it once again. Alright, so yep. So here, once you are done with that, you need to click on upload private key. And what is the private key? It is this file. It is asking for windy file, right? So upload key, download windy pam, and here is the key, right? This is the SSH key that we are going to use, and then click on decrypt password. So here we got the decrypted password. Our work is completed. Now go back to remote desktop and now click on add PC. Now what's the PC name? It is saying that you can either connect with hostname or IP address. We are going back, go to instance, select on instance, and here we have the public IP. Okay, I'll copy it, paste it over here, and the user account. So the user account, we are going to add a user account, and the username would be administrator. Okay, and how did I get that? So I just click on connect RTP, and here we have the username. Okay, now what's the password for it? So it's the same one which we copied now. So this is the password. Okay, and here we'll write Windows PC as a friendly name. Okay, now click on add. Once done, we are good to go, and now you need to click on add. You can see one machine is added over here, right? Let us check the security groups, you know, the gatekeeper, whether it is allowing us to do the SSH. Once you go over here, you can see port number is active, okay, 443 is active, and 338 is also active. That are the inbound rules, okay. Now go over here, click on this machine. It is trying to connect to the machine, and if you're getting this pop-up, don't need to worry. You need to click on show certificate and click on always trust while connected to this public IP. So basically this is the certificate which will be acting as authentication method, whether this is a genuine user who is trying to connect. Okay, Why? Because what we did, we just uploaded our PAM file, and against that we got this certificate, right? So that is stored in the password. You need to just click on continue, and you need to enter the password for your Windows, right? So write the Windows password. Basically, it's your system password which it was asking for. If you're in Windows, it will ask you for your PC password, right? It is configuring the PC, and voila, you can see that the Windows is running on our Mac system. So that is the power of Amazon EC2, because there are the templates which are already pre-configured, which makes our life easier to launch the instance. And you can see within no time our Windows machine is live, right? It is taking time. Why? Because it falls under general purpose, and it is T2 micro. It cannot uh, like face much load into that thing, because it is not that much beneficial. It is just made for testing purpose, right? So yeah, you can see the Windows is up and running over here over the screen, and whatever action you do in your normal Windows can be done on this specific instance, right? So I hope you got how you can connect your specific machine to an Windows server, right? Now, the next thing, let's disconnect this thing. Okay. Now go back to EC2, and I'll just terminate this instance. Okay. Don't forget to terminate the instance. That's the important point. Now, the next thing, we did the first thing, that how we can connect to Windows. Now, how we can connect to an EC2 instance, a Linux-based machine. So it is very much easier as compared to Windows. You just need to go on launch instance. All right. Name it as server D, and select any of the AMIs and proceed forward. The key pair would be the same one. We made Windows D, right? Hope I am correct. So it was Windows D hyphen PAM. All right. Move forward. Make sure that you are making this checkbox as correct. Click on allow, and then click on launch instance. Our work here is done. Now come back to CMD or terminal. So I'm on Windows. I'll go to terminal. All right. I'll just make it full screen so that it is visible for you, and I'll just uh, increase the font size. Okay. Give me a moment. Meanwhile, the machine is getting started. So I'll just adjust my screen. Alright, I hope this is visible for you. And I'll just do one thing. I'll just navigate to the place where my PEM file is placed. So it is under downloads. Alright. And we have our Windows file over here. Okay, Windows D.pem. This will be acting as an authentication file, which will make our life easier. So as you can see, the instance has successfully launched. You need to click over here, click on server D, and now click on connect. Now you need to go on SSH client and copy this example. So what it is doing, let me tell you. Okay, so let us paste this command, and I'll just explain you what actually this is doing. So it is trying to do SSH, and the identification is done by the PAM file, and this is the host name that we are going to connect. Okay, now click on enter. Okay, it is asking us, are you sure you want to continue to connecting? Yes, we surely want to connect. It added as an host file, and here it is giving us a warning that it is an unprotected private field, right? So it is showing that permission for Windows-D are to open, right? So whenever you are getting this error, right? So do not worry about it. Just do a simple trick, copy this thing and search it over the net. That will actually help us to understand how we can proceed forward with it, right? So here you can see it is giving a solution. Okay, so what is the solution that is given to us? If you're getting the error 0644 are to open, the permissions are to open, then it is asking us to change the permission to 400. All right, we'll do the same. So chmod 400 and followed by the file name, so it would be windy.pem. All right, we made the necessary changes as it was requesting. Now we are going to again do the SSH. Let's wait this time and let us see whether we are getting the error or not. And as you can see, we have resolved the error, and now we are connected to Amazon machine, right? So yeah, I hope you understand today's lecture, And today's lecture, we connected a Windows server and we connected a Linux server. And in both this case, we made use of SSH. All right. So let me exit from this instance and let me terminate this instance. Go back to instance. Click on this checkbox, server D, actions, instance state, terminate instance, terminate. All right. So that was all about for today. Thank you so much and see you in the next one.